Hi guys, my name is Felix. I'm currently OGX Customer Experience Manager in AIESEC in Australia, and I'm making this video today for my application for the position MCVPGCDPo in AIESEC in Singapore for the term 15-16. Today I want to talk about two things. The first one being the reason why I want to run for this position in Singapore. The second one being how I envision the program to evolve over the next term. The first reason why I want to run for this position is that my passion for both Singapore and AIESEC. Before moving to Australia, I lived in Singapore for 7 years. During my time there, I actually learned a lot from the people and the country. And since then, I know that someday I want to go back to the country and make contribution to it, to give back to the country. And I do believe that through AIESEC, I can just do just that. Because in AIESEC, I've been fortunate enough to have multiple international experiences, and I do believe that the program is good. I do believe that this program is relevant and can be beneficial to youth in Singapore, and these young people that we develop through AIESEC program can actually make positive contribution to Singapore society. And the second thing is learning, the idea of learning more, because coming from different entities, this experience will without doubt be challenging. But I do believe that by overcoming these challenges, I can develop myself even further together with the entity. And by doing that, I can grow the organization together with you guys. But let's move on to the more, interesting stuff. GCDPo as a program. It is a good program. It provides young people with international experiences. But if you think about it, it's not problem-free. There are issues in the program, for example, matching efficiencies, customer satisfaction. So there are a couple of things that I have written down that we as an entity can potentially do next term to actually try to resolve these problems. The first one being strengthening the core, the idea of aligning our operation to our core value of leadership development. Because at the moment, there are still people who think that AIESEC as an organization is a traveling agency, but we are not. The problem is, people think that way because we are not actually delivering our brand promise of leadership development. To ensure leadership development in every single experience we provide, we need to use this tool called LEAD. The idea of facilitating learnings, encouraging people to reflect on their experiences and making them realize these little things they learn on their international program. Not only for members, not only for EPs, but also for members who are actually facilitating these experiences. That way, people will realize the impact that AIESEC have on themselves. And the second point is, once we are aligned, right, we need to make sure that our operation can actually support that. At the moment, there are a lot of problems with matching efficiencies, for example, customer satisfaction again. And sometimes we want to blame other entity for it because essentially it's their responsibility, not ours. But unfortunately, for us as an organization, right, we can't operate alone. We have to work with other entity. So in that sense, we have to work around it. That's why core delivery strategy becomes so important. This is where we have to set efficient matching channels or easy to use matching channels that will be used by all EP managers, TN managers, and EPs to make sure that matching process will be easy. And standards and satisfactions to ensure that every single little details that is not important to leadership development is actually delivered. Because if you think about it, we have spent too much time trying to resolve all these logistical issues. And it takes away our focus from developing leaders to firefighting, which should not be the case. That's why the idea of strict implementation of SNS and to make sure that all these experiences can be delivered effectively is really important. And then if we have a good program that is useful and beneficial, we want to promote it to more people. So the idea of amplifying our impact, upscaling our operation. At the moment, we are not showcasing enough. And we are promoting solely through physical. It's a good thing because we have a lot of reach from it. But if you think about it, it's not. Imagine what if we optimize our online presence as well. How much more people we can engage through our program. And it's the same with, for example, a return EP who is really passionate about making changes in Singapore. What if we facilitate that learning for them in a local NGO? What if we help them to find a placement in an educational NGO, for example, and facilitate this long-term impact creation in Singapore? And through doing this, I want to create a better GCDPo program that will essentially encourage the growth of now. The idea of creating a good program that is beneficial to the society, and if we have a good program that is beneficial, that is useful, we want to encourage people to actually use it, go on it, so the growth. And that's all for today. Thank you.